Imagine you were just an average Joe going about your business, learning how to make action figures and things, when all of a sudden, bam, a mysterious time traveler shows up from the future. I'm you from the future, he says, and I need your help. See, Sonny, I've got a mad scientist after me and time animals on my tail. By this time, you may be wondering, how do I respond to this? Well, he could put him through the works, questioning him rigorously. Or you could run away screaming like a madman. Or you could even take up arms and defend yourself. But none of those outcomes seem favorable, now do they? No, that just won't do. So it appears the only solution is to sit quietly and hear him out. This is your mission, Sonny. It's a mission to make stuff, see? You gotta learn these skills to save the future. Yeah. Upon hearing it put so eloquently, you decide to agree. But then, just as quickly as it came, your older self is gone, leaving you to your task. But don't worry, he'll be back. Hello. Oh, older Emmett, you're here, and you look sharp.
Why, yes it is, and why, yes I do. I've come with another urgent task for you to take care of.
How urgent?
Quite. In fact, I can't stay for long. I've got a gang of time ostriches riding my coattails as we speak.
Ostriches? Ostriches? Wow, that mad scientist must have a whole zoo of time animals.
These aren't his time ostriches.
So the ostriches are owned by somebody else?
These are not your run-of-the-mill time ostriches. They don't need masters. They have their own society. And when I say gang, I don't mean a large uncoordinated rabble. I mean literal gangsters. And remember, when you meet them, whatever you do, do not laugh at their cute little shades.
Aww.
No!
Oh, well.
Do not. Just don't do it to yourself. Don't do it.
Okay. So, how exactly did this happen?
It's a long story. Suffice it to say, some experiments went awry, and now an entire sector of the continuum is being terrorized by these flightless, feathered extortionists.
So what do we do?
You, nothing. I can handle the time ostriches, and by handle, I mean hide from them. I've heard tell of some wasteland where no time animal would dare step foot. I'm gonna head there, but in the meantime, do you remember this?
Oh. Yeah, it's just a random synth from Fallout 4. Nothing to be afraid of.
Oh, that's cute. Unfortunately, I know what it actually is, and I need you to try again.
Why?
Because failure is not an option, and you need to learn perseverance.
Oh, all right.
Good, then I guess I'll be up.
Well, last time didn't you try to give me everything that I needed first? I mean, it didn't really work, but you still tried.
True, my original plan was to help you along by providing supplies, but those actions that I did take took hold of my own past. And as a result of having everything handed to me, I became a much lazier person.
Okay, so by having me take care of everything myself, are you trying to, like fix the timeline?
No, I'm just lazy.
Oh.
Well, hey, if you need help, Skelly's available.
Oh yeah, Skelly. How you doing over there? Well, I guess that's all then.
Goody! Now if you'll excuse me, I'm off to explore.
Well, time to get to work, I suppose. Oh, hey there, Skelly. So, oh, look at that. So you were ready to follow me then? Well, good. I could use the help. I mean, I don't really have anything for you to do right now. So, how about you? Can you just stand there? Wow. Yes, you can stand there. Look at you go. You must be a pro. Anywho, greetings. I'm Emmett, this is my channel, and this is Skelly. Say hi, Skelly.
Hello.
And today I'm going to be making... At this point you may be wondering why I'm having so much trouble dealing with this. You know what? Let me start from the beginning. So a while back I started playing Fallout 4. When I found the character Nick Valentine, I thought he was pretty cool. Though for some reason, when I first met him, I thought he was going to be a bad guy. I don't really know why. Anyway, since I like to make my own action figures, I thought, hey, there's a good character to base something off of. So I got to work, and for the most part, I stuck to my usual formula that has served me for years. But for some reason, when it came to the face, I decided to try and innovate. So instead of just wrapping a cylinder of foam around the pipe cleaner head and then drawing the face on, I thought I'd try to sculpt a skull out of cardstock, paint it like it's metal, and then cover it in skin. For the skin, I believed I just covered plastic wrap in Mod Podge and painted it. Did it work? Well, you judge for yourself.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
After this, I hit rock bottom. I felt the end was imminent, so I retreated into myself and into my survival bunker. Oh, I spent years in the darkness just trying to cope with my failure. I didn't know how to move on, and I didn't know what the world would be like when I returned. All I knew is I had to survive, so I gave up creativity entirely. I focused all my time and energy instead on learning how to live on my own and survive in the dark, cold wasteland of my soul. But after a couple of hours, I realized that the basement had no bathroom. So I came upstairs, saw the sunshine coming in the window, and realized it's not the end of the world. I need to move on with my life. But that wasn't enough. I still had to prove to myself that I had the skills to pay for the things I buy to make this stuff. So I pulled myself together and made a Soul Survivor. Then I made him a pipe pistol. Then I made him a railway rifle. Then I made him some raider armor so that he can feel a little more confident on his journeys. But that wasn't enough, so I constructed him a suit of power armor that he can actually go inside. Like so. It's kind of complicated and somewhat flimsy, but it works. Then to complete his arsenal, I made him a minigun, so that he'll never be alone. I also made a death claw for him to fight. Roar! Growl! And thus I am proud of myself once again. And that brings us back to Synth Boy. Mr. Cynthy. Cynthia, the man. There are times where I thought about trying again to make a good old Nick Valentine, but then I would look at this thing and I would chicken out. But now I have a mission from the future, so you know, motivation. Now I have resolved to try again. Hopefully I won't mess it up this time, though there are some people that I just can't get right. Mr. Incredible, for example. I've made like 5 of him, and they've never looked right at all. Yuck. So that's a little bit disheartening, but I'm trying nonetheless. So, how to make an action figure. First, I take a bunch of pipe cleaners and twist them all into a skeletal form, like so. It took me a little while to get into the groove of how to make these little skeletons here, but now it's kind of in my muscle memory. My fingers are just designed to twist the pipe cleaners. Next, I need to bulk them up with tape, because I mean, who wants to be a skeleton their entire life, am I right? Wait, what? No, wait, Skelly, please! I didn't mean it. Please, don't leave. I was just being stupid. You know I wouldn't mean to hurt your feelings. I'm your friend. I'm sorry. Okay, good. Oh, thanks, buddy. That means a lot to me. Oh, really? That's cool, I guess. I guess that's what friends are for. Thanks. So, while there's nothing wrong with being a skeleton, Nick needs to be bulked up a little bit, so I'm gonna wrap him in tape and then glue on some foam to fill out his body a little. Here he's covered in duct and masking tape. Next I'm going to glue on some foam and things to build up his body a little more. I'm not going to go as gung-ho with this as I did the first time around. I thought it'd be fun to try to make it look mechanical, and it was, but if I'm going to put clothes on it, I don't really need to add that much extra detail. I'm still going to add some mechanical details, but only things that I think might be seen to some extent. But before I do that, it's personal inquiry time. Hollywood, why haven't we gotten a Nick Valentine movie yet? I mean, I guess it doesn't make any sense for it to come before just a straight-up Fallout movie, and I wouldn't really want that to be made unless they could officially break the video game adaptation curse. But just think about this for a second. He is a robotic private detective in a post-apocalyptic land that is struggling to remember the human that he once was while he investigates, and listen to this, a mob of gangster zombies. Seriously though, what's not to love? I said zombie gangsters, didn't I? Next I'm gonna go over it with a lighter and burn off any of the fuzzies I don't want. Like for instance, this hand that has no skin on it. Now I don't really need to paint too much since most of it's gonna be covered up by clothes, but I might have some like holes and patches in the clothes that would show through. So I'm gonna go ahead and paint all of it just so I have my bases covered. So that's the next step. I give it a few good coats of a metallic gray color and then leave it to dry for a little bit. Ooh, yeah. Now this is a wasteland. Huh. Nobody will be able to find me here. What? What's that? Ah. That's could be worse, I suppose. Ah. Huh. That's big. Well, I've dealt with bugs before. It's not like there's anything popping out of the ground. Oh my. Well, that's disconcerting. Surely it can't get any worse than that. Oh, I am so ill-equipped for this. So, what are you doing? Oh, nothing much, just stocking up, you know how it goes. Preparing for the end of the world and all that. Hey, you don't mind if I just take, like, all of this, do you? Yeah, I guess. Good. Okay. Let's see, what else is in here? What the heck? Is this supposed to be Fallout armor? That's, Fallout-inspired armor. That's just sad. Oh well, pickers can't be nosy. Alright, I think I've got everything I need now. I will be on my way. Well, okay then. Need any help there? No, I'm good. I'll get there eventually. Why are you moving so slow? That would be the question, wouldn't it? Oh. Now I understand completely. That's unfortunate and kind of weird. You'd think you'd gradually get slower as you pack on more pounds, and yet 1 pound can be the difference between walking and that. Oh, trust me, they want you to feel pathetic as possible as you walk at this agonizingly slow pace. It makes you desperate enough to search out a cure. Speaking of which, you wouldn't happen to have any grilled radstag, would you? I'm fresh out. Figured as much. Okay. Reach into my pack there and grab the buff out. You sure about this? I mean, this stuff can be addictive. Yeah. I have a perk, so no need to worry. Doesn't even last very long. Long enough for me to fast travel, so give. Oh, that's the stuff. Oh yeah. Oh, I can feel it. Ooh, that did the trick. Yeah. Well, thanks for your help. Okay. Ooh. Well, that happened. Huh. Anywho, so I got him painted. I probably could have put more work into it if I wanted to, but like I said, it's going to be covered up with clothes, so it doesn't really matter. Speaking of clothing, and that's probably the next step. At one point, I thought about doing the face first, so that on the not-so-off chance that it comes out looking like something from a horror movie.
This is like a moment from a horror movie.
Then at least all the rest of my work wouldn't go to waste. But I'm in the mood for a challenge, so I am going to save the face for dead last, because that way I have to get it right, because, you know, motivation. I sewed the shirt together using shirt fabric that I scrubbed with sandpaper to make it look a little weathered. For the tie, I was having trouble figuring out what fabric I wanted. I found one piece that was the right color, but was kind of fuzzy, so I just lightly singed it with a lighter, and then that burnt the fuzzies and made it look pretty good, especially for a post-apocalyptic tie. Next is the pants. For this I used scraps of a faded jean fabric. I'll go ahead and put his shoes on while I'm here, and then it's on to the jacket. Okay. Here's how this is gonna work. I'm gonna ask the questions as calmly as I can. And you're gonna answer honestly. Carla?
Yeah?
Why did you steal... Actually, forget the why. How? How did you steal my power armor? Is thievery in your code, or is this just a glitch?
I don't know what you're talking about. Start from the beginning, why don't you? And be specific.
Oh, really? Start from the beginning? Okay, then. Well, if that's what you want... I just got my second suit of power armor from the Brotherhood, and I came back here to stash it at my house, and what do I see running through the middle of the street? You! Running around in my first suit!
Oh, you mean this old thing? Yeah, it's pretty cool. I found it in a shed over there.
Yeah, that's my shed. I built it.
Well, why didn't you lock the door?
I didn't know I needed to.
Well, live and learn, bub. Speaking of which, you want to do business? I've got some power armor for sale.
You're seriously trying to sell it back to me? It's my power armor!
Hey, settle down.
Fine.
Now, what if I told you that it was the Brahmin's idea?
Brahmin? You mean the two-headed cow thing?
Yeah, it's a very special cow. It whispers things to me at night, and it tells me what to do.
Is that right? Huh.
Don't believe me? Well, look at it now.
Where is it?
It's up there.
Huh? Holy cow, that thing's on a roof!
That's what I'm saying. Holy cow. It's a sentient cow.
But why the heck is it on a roof?
What can I say? The cow moves in mysterious ways.
Well, do you think you could stop it from moving inside the house? Because I'm really getting tired of cleaning the floor.
I'll do my best.
Good, we're finally getting somewhere. And while you're at it, stay off the chems.
Why would you think I was on chems? Anyway, back to the suit. I've had a change of heart.
Really? Well, okay then. I'm glad to hear it.
Tell you what, give me maybe a week and I'll dump it at Bunker Hill. You can go pick it up there sometime.
Will that cost me?
I'll never tell.
Carla.
Hey, wait a second.
What?
Listen. What is that?
What? Oh no. No. Well, ostriches! I need to get out of here. Why didn't it work? Oh, come on! But this is the perfect time, though.
Well, kid, I guess you better run. Ha!
Oh, that's where you're wrong, Carla. I'm fighting my way out of this one. Take this!
Uh-oh.
Oh no! How can this be? Is older Emmett to be shot down and surrounded by time ostriches? Horrors! He's too young for that! Will he be able to survive the wasteland and escape the clutches of his many enemies? Will regular Emmett be able to overcome the trials both behind and ahead? Will Skelly ever discover the true meaning of friendship? Well, those answers and more when we return. Oh no, that's where you're wrong, Carla. I'm fighting my way out of this one, and if I go down, you're coming with me!